sisters.
Right.
To choose life and live. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 30 and pick it up in verse 11. Go ahead.
For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither it is beyond the sea, that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
See, the word of God ain't like, oh, you got to go take a pilgrimage to Mecca or something, or, you know, you got to go to Utah, or, you know, you got to go to some crazy places to get this, brothers and sisters. As a matter of fact, when you check into your hotel room, open up the drawer, you'll see one sitting in there. The word of God is all over the place for you to choose. So there is no excuse. But go ahead, keep reading. You don't have to learn a strange language. We're going to see that in a minute as well. You're going to see that this Bible was put in our language for a reason. But go ahead.
Verse 16. And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
All right. So for your notes' sake, I want you to go check out Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1 through 10, and you'll find that the prophet Ezekiel, he was commanded to preach the gospel, and then the word was put into a scroll, and he was told to eat this word. You know what I'm saying? And then also for your notes, now, as a matter of fact, let's go to Daniel chapter 12. We're gonna see something about Daniel 12. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12, and we're gonna pick it up at verse 4. Because the Lord dealt with Daniel. We saw earlier in Peter where it said that holy men was moved as they were, holy men spake as they was moved by the Holy Ghost, right? But I'm going to show you that some of the things that they even wrote about, they didn't even know what they were writing about. They were just simply following directions, brothers and sisters. God was authoring this thing. And he was just using man like he always been using man. Did you know that God used Nebuchadnezzar to destroy? God used King Darius and King Cyrus, and he tells you this in this Bible. But many people, you know, I had a brother tell me, he said, oh, I don't believe all that stuff about the Bible. Hey, you know what I asked him? I said, have you read it? Have you actually read, unless you don't read this Bible, word for word, from Genesis to Revelation, you do not qualify to say the Bible is not real. See, I read it, and this brother here has read it, and we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, these things are the truth. But until you read this thing, and then even some of you that don't read it, don't put your twist on it. Daniel chapter 12, and let's pick it up at verse 4, and we're going to read this from verse 4 to 10. And just like Jesus made man from dirt or walked on water, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could feed 5,000 with 5 loaves of fish and, you know, 10 pieces of bread, however the story goes. Basically what we're saying is, if you can make man from the dust of the ground, you can believe this Bible. You know, some people think these stories are a little far-fetched. No, it's not far-fetched. We're talking about the Creator, the Most High God. But Daniel chapter 12, and pick it up in verse 4.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
So he's saying, look, he told Daniel, he's like, look, shut up this book and seal it to the time of the end. But go down to verse 8.
And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. So he's showing Daniel, like, look, he put these words in the book for him, and then he like sealed this book to the time of the end, brothers and sisters. Now let's go over to Proverbs. No, before we go to Proverbs, let's go to Isaiah chapter 28. We're going to read verse 11. Isaiah 28 and verse 11. Because, like, we in the times of the end now. But I want us to see something here, because some people want to try to tell you, well, to really understand the mysteries of God, you got to learn some new religion, new language and so on. But see, the Lord said this was going to be for the time of the end for his children, right? Well, his children, brothers and sisters, that was committed to preach this word, they're Israelites. And brothers and sisters, the Israelites are black people. And we don't speak Hebrew no more. And we're going to show you in the scriptures what the Lord said about that. Isaiah chapter 28, and pick it up at verse 11. Go ahead. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people.
So he's showing you, like, I'm going to speak to this people with another tongue. So the tongue we had then was Hebrew. The tongue we got now is English. But the Lord made all the the tongues, brothers and sisters. So truly he can understand them all, and he the author of them, so he can tell us what we need to. He put it in this language. That's my point. And let's go to Proverbs 21, and we're going to show that. We're going to show you that he put this in this language. We're going to read Proverbs 21. We're going to read out here. We got 3 more scriptures after that. Proverbs chapter 21, and pick it up at verse 1.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
All right.